Hello friends, namaste and welcome in our new episode of Spiritual Talks. I'm Kavita and today we have our favorite Pandurangam Narmeta sir, who is a senior pyramid master from Siddipet and who is also professor by profession, who is HOD in Indoor Institute of Engineering and Technology. Sir, welcome. People are really loving your episodes like anything.
Thank you.
How do you define Buddhi Yoga?
It's a yoga of intellect.
See, Bhagavad Gita is a holy book
Yes,
for Hindus,
it's
right?
a holy book of Hindu.
Hindus, yeah. So, do you recommend this book to other people who are not consider themselves as Hindu?
So this book, Gita, is a book which is not meant for any particular religion. It is meant for entire humanity.
Beautiful.
It is a global text. It is a manual which we use to apply for life. It is the best psychology book on the higher plane. So everybody should read it, should gain its knowledge,
Right.
to apply its knowledge in life. I recommend all religious people to read this book. It's a global text.
Right. Right.
It gives topmost knowledge.
So, I think Buddhi Yoga comes under Sankhya Yoga, right? How do you define Sankhya Yoga also here?
Sankhya Yoga. San, kya. San means complete. Kya means to know. Complete analytical knowledge of something is Sankhya Yoga.
Okay.
It means Sankhya Yoga means
Okay.
complete analytical knowledge of something. It is called Sankhya Yoga.
So, Sankhya, like in Hindi, we call it Sankhya means numbers.
Number.
Correct. So, what are the highlighted things in this chapter?
Okay, in this second chapter, it is called Sankhya Yoga. There are 72 verses in this chapter.
Okay.
From 11 to 30, Krishna spoke about the importance of body and soul. From 31 to 39, he spoke about one's own duty
Okay.
and one's own dharma for better enjoyment. It means sakama karma.
Okay.
From 39 to 50, he spoke about the importance of nishkama karma, the yoga of detachment.
Okay.
This is called yoga of intellect.
Right.
From 51 to 53, he spoke about the benefits of Buddhi Yoga.
Okay.
From 54 to 72, 18 verses, in that Krishna spoke about the importance of characteristics of Sthita Prajna.
So, what is Buddhi Yoga exactly and how do we practice it?
The absolute and perfect practice in Buddhi Yoga, to achieve Buddhi Yoga, is doing meditation.
Wow.
One who does meditation certainly is on the path of yoga of intellect. The two verses are there in this Buddhi Yoga. This is also called Bhakti Yoga.
Okay.
From 39 to 50, there are two slokas, very important. In that, the essence of Buddhi Yoga is in two verses. One is Traigunya Vishya Veda, Nistraigunya Bhavarjuna, Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvastvo, Niryoga Kshema Atmavan.
What does it mean?
It means Traigunya Vishya Veda. Three gunas are there in the material nature. One is tamasic, rajasic, and sattvic. Vedas deal with three material. Krishna speaks to Arjuna to go beyond the knowledge of Vedas.
Okay.
It should be, Arjuna should be in the state of Shuddha Sattvic. Not only Arjuna, if anyone will be in the state of Shuddha Sattvic, he will be on the path of yoga of intellect.
Okay.
Nirdvandvo, he should be free from duality. Duality means unmindful of success and failure,
Correct.
loss and gain, pain and pleasure, heat and cold. Nirdvandvo, nitya sattvastvo, niryoga kshema atmavan. So, in the state of pure consciousness, he will be situated in his own self. This is yoga of intellect. Another sloka is there.
Right.
Karmanye vadikharasya ma phaleshu kathachana ma karma phalaheturbu mate sangotsva karmani. This is very popular sloka. It is read by even school children also.
Yeah.
So this is a great verse in this yoga of intellect. It gives knowledge. Karmanye vadhikarasya. You focus on your work, you perform your duty, but don't attach with the result.
Right.
Okay, you expect, no problem. Even if you expect, but don't attach with the result. Don't concern yourself with the result. Detachment of the result. This is Nishkama karma. It is superior to Sakama karma. Before that, he spoke to Arjuna Sakama karma for better enjoyment. Ma karma phala heturbuhu. Mate sangotsva karmani. So you should not become the cause of your result, cause of the result of the work. If one becomes attached to the result of the action, it brings neither happy nor sorrow. He may be in happy mood or he may be in sorrow mood. So that loses his physical energy, mental energy. He will be in frustration, anger, stress, worry, everything occupies him. So he will gradually fall down, spiritually fall down, physically fall down.
Right.
So don't attach with the result. You focus on your work. It is in your hands. Let the result to the will of the God. These two verses are very famous. The essence of yoga of intellect is hidden here.
Right. So is there any comparison in these two?
This is go beyond the Vedic knowledge.
Okay.
This is practicing. Sakama karma, those who practice Sakama karma, they are interested and attracted to the flowery language of Vedas.
Right. Yeah. So which one is highest form of yoga here?
This is practicing Buddha Yoga is the highest practice on the earth.
Okay.
The ultimate practice. This is a philosophical doctrine. This is called. In Sakama karma, people do work, expect the result, and attach it to with it. In this Nishkama karma, you will ignore the result.
Right.
Only so
practice is in our
Nishkama
hand.
karma is superior to Sakama karma.
Right. Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's.
And those who practice Buddhi Yoga, the yoga of intellect, are fortunate. Krishna says. They are fortunate. And those who practice Sakama karma, they are unwise. They are doing temporary things. They don't know the supreme state.
But to reach there, we have to go through this path, right?
Yes, gradually, and it increases. It means it encourages their level of understanding.
Yeah, yeah. By practicing, by understanding, and by thinking that whether I'll get result or not, ultimately we will get it.
Yes.
There is no question about it.
Yes, yes.
But to reach that state, people have to go through.
Without practicing Sakama karma, the person will not enter the path of.
He will not even understand that
Nishkama
what is
karma.
Nishkama karma.
Yes.
And for Nishkama karma, there should be complete surrenderance. There no expectation.
No expectation.
Yeah.
Detachment of yoga. It has another form.
At the end, we have to leave everything.
Yes.
As Osho also said that
Yes.
Even we have to leave meditation also. After doing all these practices,
Yes.
there's no expectation. So at the end, it will be zero, and we have to merge with that zero.
Working within own pleasure, working in the pleasure of society, working in pleasure of the family, in pleasure of his own, this entangling karmic circle.
True.
This is Sakama karma.
True. True. Yeah.
No detachment. One has to practice yoga. That is Nishkama karma. This is the highest. It is a philosophical doctrine.
Yeah. Ultimate answer, sir. Thank you.
And Sakama karma keeps one in the circle of birth and death.
Yeah.
But the doing Nishkama karma or practicing Nishkama karma will get rid of earth bondage.
True. Recently, I was listening one of the podcast of Ranveer Allabadia.
Okay.
There, I heard that even after doing Nishkama Karma, of course, we'll get moksha or whatever it's destined. But whether we want to come
Mm.
or not, that is
Okay.
also in our hand.
Yes, yes.
So it's completely, there will be free will, whether, because the higher souls, they take birth for others, as
Yes.
Patriji,
Yes.
he didn't come for himself.
Okay.
I mean, he came for the humanity.
Yes.
So that ultimate stage where people can reach after practicing all this Nishkama Karma.
Those who practice Buddhi Yoga, their intelligence or their aim is in one pointedness.
Mm-hmm.
His mind is not wavering, not wandering.
True. Yeah.
His aim is one pointedness.
Right.
So they are fortunate, he says. Krishna says.
Hmm.
They resolute in divine work.
True, true. I mean, that's a very ultimate thing, that they have very centered, ambition. What they have to do, they will go for that only. There is no other, as you said, there is no mind wandering or no other thoughts. It will be centered. They will be aligned with that higher purpose only.
Mm.
So, what is the life according to Gita here, and what does Krishna tells Arjuna?
According to Gita, the purpose of life is to break the cycle of birth and death.
Okay.
Hmm.
Right.
This is the purpose of life, the goal of life. One should break the cycle of birth and death.
Okay.
Sakama karma does not help it. Nishkama karma will help those who practice Buddhi Yoga. They will be get rid of karmic bondage or earth bondage.
It's again own free will.
Hmm.
If they're enjoying this planet Earth, if they want to come back, of course, no one want to come back, or maximum people they're tired of this life.
Yes, yes,
They won't like to come back again.
yes.
So, but still, if we continue with unnecessary things, unnecessary work, we have to come back. There is no other option.
Okay. And knowing the harbingers of misery
Yes.
and feeling of this is not permanent. Hmm? And another one is they want to initiate a major change.
Mm-hmm.
They can lose interest in doing sakama karma.
Sir, in the beginning, you said that doing meditation is a higher form of Buddhi yoga. So, what is its role here? I mean, how by meditation we achieve the highest form in Buddhi yoga?
Meditation helps more to do Buddhi Yoga, to practice Buddhi Yoga. Means meditation helps man to grow higher levels.
Mm-hmm.
When energy levels are getting grown, generally lose interest in doing temporary things.
True.
Uh, if one who is keeping his mind empty, cosmic energy flooded into the body, and then he's in thought-free zone state, his inner senses will activate. Certainly, his energy levels will go high. Okay, then he loses his interest in sakama karma.
Right.
Those who practice doing meditation, they do not follow the teachings of Vedas.
Okay.
If I want money, if I want power, if I want position, okay, if I want luxury, if I want to lead happy life on this earth, even I want a good life even after my death, I should follow Vedic teachings. Vedic teachings help people to go heavenly planets for that only.
Mm-hmm.
But the highest, topmost place, the topmost destination, Vedic teachings does not uplift man. Here, there are 1 lakh mantras are there
Mhm.
in the Vedas. There are 100 techniques. If anyone who follows techniques, 100 techniques and mantras, certainly will attain the world, not attain the liberation.
Right.
If a man wants power, he should use some techniques and mantras which we can find in Vedas.
Mhm.
Through that, he can attain good life. Even after death, he will attain good life. Certainly, he will go to heaven.
See, so many saints are there who are, practicing meditation on Himalaya
Mm.
or on various places, and there are many more saints who are into samsara. They are living family life, and they are teaching manifestation and all,
Okay.
right? To achieve the best thing or luxurious things or any sort of happiness which we can get through that. So, do you say that practicing on manifestation or luxurious things, because while living life, having all this pleasure, it help little bit,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Which I believe.
Okay.
English.
If they are gold, if they are iron, both are same. You are bounded in that karmic circle, right? But you will not achieve liberation. You will not attain liberated state.
But that can be achieved by staying in sansara also.
Mm.
What do you say? Can't we achieve that by?
Okay, you will enjoy the life through by following the teachings of Vedas. Okay, you will enjoy the life, but it can't give you liberation at all.
No, my question was not related to Vedas, Vedic practices and all.
Oh.
I just said that being in a family or samsara or so many people, they are really wonderful masters doing great businesses,
Okay.
millionaire,
Okay.
billionaire,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes.
They are doing for humanity by staying in society. And there are so many saints who are staying in Himalayas or who are who are practicing meditation, staying in jungles or in Himalayas, right? They don't have such desires.
Okay.
They don't have
Yes.
such desires to eat very tasty food or living luxurious life. They are also doing for mankind. They are not doing that sadhana only for themselves,
Okay.
right? But those who are, staying in sansara and living luxurious life, if I give example of Osho, he has experienced all happiness, the extreme level of happiness, or the costly cars, or everything. So, what do you say in such cases? Can't he get liberation?
The absolute happiness will one gain or experience by practicing Buddha Yoga. It is in Samadhi state.
Okay.
In the fixed divine consciousness state, one who experience absolute happiness. This is called blissful, not happiness. Blissful state. It is the highest form of happiness.
Yeah, that is in samadhi. Of course,
Samadhi.
blissfulness is
Yeah, in Samadhi state, the person experiencing blissful state of happiness.
true, true. Yeah, I do agree.
So here, watering the roots of a tree is good, or watering the flowers and leaves of a tree. It is which is temporary here, which is permanent here. Watering the roots of a tree is practicing Buddha Yoga.
True.
Watering flowers and leaves of a tree is practicing Sakama Karma Yoga.
True.
Of course, Sakama Karma is good, but it is only uplifting man from lower level to higher level.
That's very true. But still, it's the same ongoing process. Yeah, one can achieve liberation in the single birth also, and those who don't want, they can continue their life.
If you want high birth in the next life, if you follow Vedic teaching, certainly it will happen. You will be in the cycle of birth and death. If you want to liberate, If you want to break the cycle of birth and death, you practice Buddhi Yoga.
True.
For example, those who practice Sakama Karma, they are unwise. They are with limited understanding, according to Gita. What Gita says, one example, perfect example. In my left hand, there is a box of 100 chocolates. And in the right hand, there is 2000 rupees in my right hand. In my left hand, chocolate box, cost of 100 rupees. If I offer these two to a child, a 5 or 6-year-old child, imagine what does a child pick?
He will definitely pick the chocolate box.
Chocolate. The child's intelligence was not developed yet. Okay. The child does not know the value of
2000 rupees.
The child does not know the value of 2000 rupees. So some people don't know the benefit of Buddhi Yoga.
Right.
The child prefers chocolate box other than 2000 rupees. So those who practice Sakama Karma, they are with limited understanding, they are unwise according to Gita.
Yeah, of course. It's a, I mean, the Sakam Karma or Buddhi Yoga, it may be, it comes maybe very later of Bhakti Yoga, because Bhakti Yoga, or these things are at the beginning, you know, when we are attached to our family, or in Bhakti Yoga we attach to God or gurus.
Not gurus, one who enjoys his own presence more. He is in aloneness. He is in love and friendship with others, but detachment with others. He is detached to the society. He is detached to the people in society. But he loves everyone. He is in love. He maintains friendship with all, with love, with kind-hearted, with affectionate, but in detachment.
In detachment, right. True.
So the deep insight, it requires to understand it with deep insight.
Next question is really interesting. Like, people are so much, you know, they want to know about karma and all. So what decides our birth? And do we carry forward our karmas, or whatever the highest form of our work, good or bad, do we carry forward in next life also?
One's past karmas and its level of consciousness decides the next birth.
True.
According to Gita. Okay. And the person achieves greatly in the physical plane. In the next birth, he will start from bottom. If a person completes his PhD in this birth, in the next birth, he will start from nursery, from ABC. The person who practices yoga here, where he ends, in the next birth, he starts from that point.
Okay.
But he will be saved a greatest danger. That is, he will not be stepping down to lower species. Lower species are like, he will not get the life of birds, animals, fishes, all these are lower species.
Okay.
This lower consciousness is an animal kingdom. He never falls down.
Okay.
He's never stepping down to lower species.
Okay.
Where he ends, from that point, he continues his yoga.
Right.
But a person achieves greatly on the physical plane, again he starts from the bottom.
Why this happens? Because I heard, see, if a dog, you know, who gets love and affection, he take birth in a human kingdom, right?
Next birth, okay, certainly it happens.
Yeah. So why such things happens? Because so many kids we can see, they are very small, you know, 4 or 5 years kids, they're dancing like, and a great practitioner.
Amazingly they dance.
Yeah. Or few kids, they are highly intellectual, that even normal people cannot beat them, right?
Yes.
So why this thing happen? Why
Their
like
energy levels are high. They practiced yoga in previous birth. They have done good karmas.
Okay.
the karmas will reflect in the next birth. A yogi, where he ends, from that point, he starts in the next birth.
Right.
A bogi, non-practitioner of yoga,
Mhm.
where he ends, it does not start from that point
Okay.
in the next birth.
Okay.
You will start from the bottom. For example, in spiritual point of view, one stops his education in the one stops one class. From that class, he continues his study. In spiritual point of perspective,
Mhm.
physical point of perspective, it starts from the bottom.
But still, I couldn't understand because see, there's a very certain results of a few things in the universe, right? So, if we are educated, few things we forget, no doubt. The same thing we have to learn from childhood, from being an infant and then baby and then teenage. We have to go through this entire circle of maybe average 25 years and then we start. And few people they pick from very childhood. They start doing meditation from childhood, right? They get attracted to meditation.
Okay.
So many saints are there. They were like very young, not even young, they were literally kids, 5 6 years. At that age they have picked all this meditation. If we take example of Yoganand ji, so it's really a question like why it happens, because it may be very it's very true,
Yes.
no doubt,
Yes.
that if we are yoga practitioner we will
Yes.
pick that thing in the very early age of next birth.
Yes.
But who are not yoga practitioner,
Mm.
who didn't practice meditation or
Meditation.
yoga,
Okay.
they may start from again from childhood and they may take long time.
But in the early age, that kind of people will be enlightened.
Yogis you are saying
As
about.
their level of consciousness will help them to be enlightened.
Right.
Mm.
Definitely that we can sense.
They need less practice to achieve the level of the practice done in the previous life.
Because they have that consciousness or that understanding, because it's not body age, of course it's a soul age
Yes.
which he has carried. It will reflect at very
Yes.
early
Yes.
age.
True.
Yeah. Earlier you said about Vedas and Vedic knowledge. Could you please simplify it?
There are three sections in Vedas.
Okay.
One is Karma Kanda,
Mhm.
Karma Kanda section.
Right.
General
Puja and
people are
all.
interested in pujas, vratas,
True.
dikshas,
True.
parayanams,
Yes.
bhajans,
Yes.
yajnas, homas.
Yes.
Hmm? Okay, these are Karma Kanda section.
True.
The another is Upasana Kanda,
Mm-hmm.
and other one is Jnana Kanda.
Mm-hmm.
Jnana Kanda, Upasana Kanda, and Karma Kanda. With the help of the teachings of Vedas, people who seek sense enjoyment and material pleasures of the world, such as luxury, money, power, fame, exceedingly attached to them, they are unable to know or understand that they are temporary things on earth.
Okay.
They cannot do yoga because they are on the lower plane of desires and sense gratification.
Okay.
Here, Krishna stresses that one should understand the essence of Vedas and to know the purpose behind the Vedas. The purpose behind the Vedas is to encourage people who are in lower plane to evolve them spiritually
Okay.
towards the self-realization and know the supreme self.
So you have said so many things about Vedic knowledge. Could you please simplify the shortest form of Vedic knowledge according to Bhagavad Gita? Yes.
To understand it in short, if the Vedas are the cows, Upanishads are the milk,
Mm-hmm.
Bhagavad Gita is the cream.
Oh wow, that's wonderful.
It takes 12 years of intensive study to learn Vedas thoroughly. But within short span of time, we can go through Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is included Upanishads and Vedas. It's better for humanity to go through Bhagavad Gita.
As you said, so many things about Vedic knowledge, Vedic, science. So how one lose their interest towards these rituals of Bhagavad Gita? Like what he has to practice for come out of that practice of rituals and everything.
Very good question, ma'am. One whose intellect is illuminated with spiritual knowledge and is no longer seeks material sense pleasures, knowing them to be harbingers of misery or initiate a major change, the person loses interest in Vedic rituals.
When person comes to that stage
Okay.
to get rid of those practices,
Okay.
he will automatically come to Buddhi Yoga.
Yes, yoga of intellect.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He don't need to practice or he don't need to put effort for that. It will the natural and automatic process for a person, I think.
Okay. He is in the divine hands of universe.
Right.
He is in the lap of universe.
Right.
Universe will take care of everything.
True.
Hmm.
So I want to understand the state of Arjuna before Krishna told him about Buddhi Yoga.
Arjuna put forth 4 reasons of not fighting in the war.
Mhm.
The reasons are on the basis of sense gratification.
Okay.
The first reason is how can I kill my own relatives? The first reason.
True.
Without them, with the loss of them or without them, how can I enjoy the earth? The second reason. If I kill them, sinful reactions will overcome. The fourth reason is if elders die in the war, who will take care of the family members in the family?
True.
All will be getting spoiled.
Mhm.
So these reasons based on sense gratification to remove him from his own kind of delusion, own world of delusion, and he is in my delusion. To take him out of that, Krishna spoke Arjuna this yoga of intellect, the highest philosophy of doctrine.
So, what was his reaction after listening it?
He's continued listening and he asked one intellectual question, highly maturity. The question contains highly maturity that after telling the benefits of Buddhi Yoga, he will ask one question. And do you want to know the benefits of Buddhi Yoga?
Yes, yes.
The first benefit of Buddhi Yoga is he will get rid of good and bad results of his life.
True.
The first one.
Right.
And he will reach the topmost place. Means he attains Paramapada, this great state, topmost place.
Parampada or Paramanand is the same.
Yes, yes.
Right.
He will be in blissful state.
True.
He will reach that place, topmost place.
Right.
And he will be above the birth and death.
Right.
Okay, above that.
Got it.
He is indifferent to Vedas. This is the third benefit. The fourth benefit is he will attain a fixed divine consciousness state. These 4 benefits will be the outcome of practicing Buddhi Yoga. If Arjuna's point of view, a psychological point of view, what Krishna thinks that, and in my personal perspective, what Krishna thinks that he may come out of his my delusion to know this. After listening to Buddhi Yoga from Krishna, Arjuna put forth one intellectual question. How does a steady-minded speak? How does a steady mind walk? How does steady mind maintain his relationship with others? This intellectual question he put forth.
Okay. So, moving to end, does Buddhi Yoga comprise any understandings here? Of course, lot of things are there. You please elaborate it.
Buddhi Yoga comprises 4 understandings. Krishna declares Arjuna to be steadfast in this yoga. There are 4 understandings. The first one, the person who practices Buddhi Yoga, he is in the state of pure consciousness.
Right.
He is above 3 gunas, tamas guna, rajas guna, and satvika guna.
True.
This is a second understanding. And third one is he is free from duality.
Right.
Unmindful of success and failure, loss and gain, pain and pleasure, good and bad.
Right.
The fourth one is he is detached with all, but in love and friendship with
Right.
others. He is in society, but he is never of the society. He is like a boat on the water, but is never of the water.
That's ultimate state.
Ultimate state.
Yeah.
This is a philosophical doctrine. The highest knowledge Krishna spoke to Arjuna in this chapter.
So at the end, please convey your message on this entire chapter of Buddhi Yoga.
Simply to understand experience, to get experience it, to understand what Sakama Karma is, what Nishkama Karma is, through experience, one has to do meditation. Meditation helps know what Sakama Karma is and what Nishkama Karma is. Okay, with experience.
Right.
One has to experience this.
After experience only he will understand.
He will understand whether what is temporary and what is permanent.
True. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
what is the knowledge of Vedas? What is the knowledge of Gita? And what does Gita contain? What is the knowledge of Upanishads? Everything to be in experience.
True. True.
That will help. That will evolve spiritually.
So at the end, practice, practice, and practice.
Practice,
there is no other option.
Meditation. Meditation is Raja Yoga, the supreme of all yogas.
Right. Yeah.
The righteous meditation, the righteous in Anapanasati meditation, observing one's own breath. Gautama Buddha was enlightened through practice, by practicing this.
Yeah.
Our Guru Patriji also practiced this and he was enlightened. And he enlightened many people.
Very true.
By practicing Anapanasati meditation.
Yeah.
So I suggest the viewers to practice meditation, to understand the essence of Vedas, to understand the essence of Sakama Karma, understand the essence of the benefits of Nishkama Karma. First you experience it, after that you follow it.
Yeah.
Experience it.
So this is the ultimate message, I would say, because Nishkama Karma, it comes through only meditation practice. No matter in which state we are right now, or anyone, if we start meditation or particular Anapanasati meditation, very sooner he will on right path.
Yes, yes.
That is like we have experienced, so many people are experiencing. And friends, this is the ultimate message from Buddhi Yoga. So I would recommend you to practice meditation and teach meditation. Thank you, sir. Thank you for coming. Thank you for all your wisdom. And we will definitely wait for the next episode on Bhagavad Gita. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I'm also extremely happy to be in your presence and answering to your questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. You also and your PMC team.
Yes. Because without them, it's not possible, the behind scene, the editors, and it takes a lot of efforts, energy.
Of course.
And the entire team are working hard. So thank you, PMC friends. Thank you, PMC viewers. So please like, share and subscribe this video on our channel. Thank you so much.